Welcome back, guys. In today's video, me and my dad rode the Marquette South Trails, which is a part of the Noki-Mannon Trails Network. Here is a picture of the trail system from Trail Forks. Let's start off with sections from the Morgan Creek Loop. This section is called the Carp A Dame, and it goes right along the Carp River. Me and my dad stopped at the point where Morgan Creek runs into the Carp River. There's a waterfall here that is worth stopping and taking a few photos for. I didn't get any pictures of the falls because there were people getting professional photos there, so I thought it would be awkward to take photos of them in front of the waterfall. This trail is pretty easy and it's actually pretty flowy as well, so it's a great trail to take beginners on, or if you just want to have some fun and see the waterfall, it's also a great trail to do. This footage is from a section called Easy Street. It's all downhill and it follows right along an old creek bed. The next trail is the Pioneer Loop. My sister joined my dad and I for this loop. This section of the trail is called Rough Rock Ridge, and it is definitely the most technical part of the trail. I really do mean it when I say technical. There's a lot of tight turns and squeezes in between tree trunks like there, and the thing is most of them are when you least expect it. My bar ended up hitting a tree trunk and I almost crashed, but I did not get it on film because I had no idea that a turn like that was coming up. This next section is called Gray Walls. It's pretty long, but if you start at the west side, it's a lot of fun and really flowy. The eastern part of Gray Walls is pretty calming in my opinion, and it's really cool with all the wooden bridges. The final section of the Pioneer Loop is a small one-way jump line called Mossy Connector. This trail is called Down Dogger. It's a downhill trail, and typically downhill trails are not me and my dad's forte, so there are a lot of features I am not good at. So this is the only trail that I would consider a downhill trail that we rode at this trip. next trail is called the Carp River Loop. The section that you see right now is called off-grade. It's a pretty technical and rocky section. As we were riding along, we ended up coming across Bertha,
Looks like there's a couple
downhill trail currently still in the works. There are a bunch of really big jumps and features that I could not imagine doing. To me, that's a good way to get hurt. I didn't get on the GoPro, but I think the second jump is 25 feet. Also, the trail starts with a 6-foot drop. And if that wasn't enough, Bertha has a jump right over off-grade. The next section is called Pipe Dreams. It follows a big old pipe, and I think it used to be a water pipe, but I'm not 100% sure. But it's really unique. The only thing is you have to be careful about your speed because it's really easy to get a flat like here if you decide you're going to roll over that at 20 miles per hour. This next section is called Gorgeous. If you're afraid of heights, do not look down. A lot of parts of this trail, if you look down, there's a steep incline right towards the Carp River. You can actually hear the Carp River, which to me made it a lot more intense.
Building a new trail.
So the NTN crew wasn't building a new trail, they were building a new bridge. The bridge that I just rode over was a little unsteady from erosion, so they ended up doing some maintenance. This was where the old bridge was, and you couldn't even tell it was there. This is the new bridge. What amazes me is how quickly they were able to build this bridge. Me and my family were hiking on the trail to go fishing, and this was the next day. So they built this bridge in 2 days. That is amazing considering how small of a group they had building this bridge. So my point here is that this is an amazing organization that maintains outstanding trails. So I'm going to leave a link to their website in the description. So if you can, please donate to them. They do amazing work. The next section of the trail, called Zug's Trail, requires a large climb to get to. You can either take the Carp ski climb, or you can take the road by the ski resort. The road by the ski resort is very steep, but it's shorter than the Carp ski climb, which is not as steep but very long. The trail starts out pretty easy, but quickly gets more difficult. Once at the bottom, you end up crossing this little tiny bridge over the Carp River. This next trail is called the Mount Marquette Loop. Out of all the trails that are also loops, this one is probably the most technical. The section we're on right now is called Doctors. called Up a Creek. Secret is another fun section. But nothing beats the double black diamond Gurley. I didn't even know it was rated double black diamond until I looked at trail forms. I will say that the section I'm walking right now is very hard to do if you end up stopping right at the top like I did. For this rocky part of the trail, there aren't a lot of safe places to get back on the bike. So if you get off, chances are you will not be getting back on the bike for that part of the trail. The final trail of the video is called Scary, and as someone who rode the trail, I can tell you that it does represent its name well. Oh, I should also tell you, the GoPro effect is on this trail. I can't tell if it affected my video for other trails, but I can tell you for this trail, it was way steeper than it looks in the video. I feel like this thing right here is a good invitation to just crash. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and remember to check out the NTN website. See you guys in the next one.